Jay, that's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
And the crowd up. And so are this defense, and Kansas City won't snap the ball again. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
David Montgomery on the Lions, former Bear, gonna make this his revenge game for sure. David Montgomery gets the touchdown that ices the game. No! And there's a flag. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. Snap. Hold. Kick.
Denver wins! Denver wins! Let's go!
They open. No!
What happened? Ah, shit.
America is football. Football
America
is
is football. Football is America. And if you don't like it, you can kiss your candy ass. This is a moment in time. I don't give a damn. Oh my God. You want this?
30 to 27.
No!
Chiefs win. Chiefs
No!
win 30 to 20. Woo! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the only football podcast. We've got Sunday night football between the Chiefs and the Lions tonight. They are going to do the kickoff here any second now. The Chiefs are going to be the home team, while the Lions are going to be the visiting team. Let's get the ticker up here. Perfect. And we'll do some comments. Yeah. We'll do that. There we go. All right. So the Chiefs about to kick it off. What a Sunday it's been. And here's the kickoff by Butker. Off to the right side, fielded around the 4. Lions are going to take it past the 20 to about, bounces outside to the right side to about the 28, 29 yard line. It looked like he was going to go a lot farther than he actually went, but not a bad return here for the Lions. What a week. What a week. There were a lot of close games. If you were here earlier with Kyle, he was streaming the first, second slate, and of course the Broncos-Jets game, which the Broncos won 13-11. And now we've got the Lions on offense here. Jared Goff at the 29-yard line under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it off Jahmyr Gibbs up the right side of the line. He's going to get about 4 there on that carry. Other than Denver winning, we had the Colts beating the Cardinals by 4. Pittsburgh dominating the Browns 23-9. Dallas losing to Carolina. Dallas losing to the Panthers 30-27. Chargers getting a tough win against Miami 29-27. 2nd and 6 here for the Lions now. Under center Goff takes a snap, hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs right side of the line again. Gets maybe a yard on that one. We're looking at a 2nd and 5 upcoming. The Rams 17-3 taking the dub against Baltimore. The New England Patriots 25-19 against the Saints. I heard some things about the refereeing in that game. I've got to check it out myself, but I heard some things. Seahawks taking the dub against Jacksonville 20-12. Vegas 20-10 win over the Titans. Now we go back to the Sunday night football game. Jared Goff in the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to pass in the pocket, goes left, caught. That is going to be Laporta for a first down and more. He got about 10 to 11 yards on that pass. Detroit's looking at a 1st and 10 here. Green Bay taking a dub against the Bengals. Bengals made it close there towards the end, but I think we all knew that the Bengals weren't going to win that one. And then Tampa Bay taking a dub against San Francisco 30-19. 1st and 10 here. Jared Goff under center. He's got one backer 2 receivers, 3 tight ends, takes a snap, hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle is going to get about 4 yards on that play. I was hanging out with a buddy for the first couple of for the first slate. Into the second slate, went over with my Walter Payton Bears jersey, watching the Seahawks game. Bears, of course, playing tomorrow, and then Monday night doubleheader against Washington. We've also got the Bills and the Falcons. Tomorrow on that doubleheader for Monday Night Football. Lions moving the ball already at midfield. Goff's going to take the snap. He's going to throw left, first down for Williams. So it's going to be a first down, went out of bounds. 12 minutes, 10 seconds, and counting in this first quarter. Lions have not missed a step on offense. Let's get a little seltzer action here. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. 1st and 10 here. Already in Kansas City Chiefs territory. Chiefs defense not looking good so far. And we're going to fake the handoff. Goff throws right, wide open. Williams again for first down, and he tries to hurdle a Chief. He tries to hurdle Watson. Watson wasn't going for it. He wasn't going for the underneath tackle there. He just kind of stood him up, was trying to push him out of bounds, and Williams was just like, well, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can make the highlight reel real quick. Either way, the Lions get the first down. Again, marching down Chiefs territory. Man, he got flipped there. Damn. See, I don't know if you want to do that. 1st and 10. Goff under center. And he's going to hand it off Amon-Ra St. Brown. A little end around. It's going to get about a yard or two. About a yard or two. We got Richard in the chat. Richard, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, welcome back. Were you here earlier for the first couple slates, Richard? I obviously was not, but I just want to know if maybe there was some of you guys here. So far, 7 plays, 44 yards for the Lions inside the 30-yard line of the Chiefs. And Goff's going to be under center with some motion again. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, who moves up the left side and is going to get about 7 yards. We're looking at a 3rd and 1. 3rd and very, very doable for the Lions. John Morton is the offensive coordinator for the Lions. Last year was a passing game coordinator for the Broncos. Last 2 seasons, actually. 3rd and 2. Got to get inside the red zone for a first down. Goff motions, snap, hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle, and he's going to get it. First down and in the red zone for the Lions, which opening drives for the Lions, man. It's impossible to stop them. I'm going to look up. I wonder if they've scored on every single opening drive. Drive results. And there's going to be a bit of a trickery play there to Gibbs on the left side. They got some good yardage there. And they get close to a first, but they're going to be a little bit short. Chris Jones able to penetrate the line and get to Goff, but Gibbs comes out with a really, really good play. Hat on fire. We got Hat. Hey, yo, Rick, how's your night? My night is going well so far, Hat. Thank you for asking. And we got a 2nd and 7 here for the Lions, and Goff motions, takes a snap, hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs, left side of the line, and he's going to get, it looks to be close to a first down. Hat, thank you. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Oh, we got Richard with a $10 super chat. No, but Chugga Beer, I got a promotion. Finally, a custodian for a local school district. Richard, congrats, dude. Congratulations on the promotion. Happy for you. And chug. I got to chug. It's the super chats for chugs. So I'm gonna chug as much as I can. And you know what? I'm gonna chug the next 3-4 times because not only did you give us a super chat with your support, but you got a promotion. I'm gonna do it after this first and goal here. Goff hands it off. Jameer Gibbs up the middle, and he gets inside the 5-yard line, inside the hot zone. All right, here we go. Here we go, Richard. Here we go for the $10 super chat. All right, that's one. God, seltzers are not, they're not the drink to chug. But I'm doing this for my boy Richard, who's a Packers fan. I'll get past that and his promotion and the super chat, but more importantly, because of your promotion, man. Congratulations, Richard. Second and goal here. Goff, shotgun. Snap. Hands it off Jameer Gibbs up the middle, and he's going to get to about the 1-yard line, the 2-yard line. All right, here's the second chug. All right, that's the second one. 2 more. I'm going to finish this seltzer before the Lions finish their drive, it seems like. And we got Crafty in the chat. Crafty, what up, what up, what up? Glad to see all you guys in here. Sorry I missed the early games and the afternoon games, but Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, got to be here for it. I have got to be here for it. And Crafty, Richard gave me the super chats. I'm chugging. I got 2 out of 4 chugs so far. Goff, hand it off. Power run up the middle. Jameer Gibbs is short. Or was that Monty? I feel like they should have given it to Monty there, you know? And they're going to go for it here. It's a 4th and goal, but it's like inside the 1-yard line, if not on the 1-yard line. Oh, were you here for Broncos and Jets? The London game or Ireland game, whatever game it was. Either way, sick. Glad to always have you guys here. It's awesome. All right, 4th and goal inside the 1-yard line. Goff. And snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to pass. Throws incomplete to Montgomery on the flat route. Oh. And Detroit took a timeout. Woo! I thought they were just not going to get it. I thought they were just going to go with not getting it. Insanity. Yeah, I wake up early all the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, right. Like when I was working in the mornings at my last job, like even the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, I would always be up early. Like I would usually wake up at like 6:30, maybe even a little bit before that. And then the weekends it'd be like 8 a.m., 7:45, 8:15, something like that. Kyle is so detailed. How so, Richard? Which, by the way, I'm going to take this third chug for you for this super chat. It's cold. It's cold. All right, 4th and goal now. Trying it again. Goff goes out to the left. And quick throw to Goff from Montgomery. Catches a touchdown. The trickery works. A direct snap to Montgomery, the running back, as Goff was motioning out to the left side as a wide receiver. Monty throws the ball left, gets it to Goff, and he powers his way to a touchdown. The Chiefs didn't even care to cover him, and Goff almost bobbled that incomplete. But instead, he maintains control and gets in the end zone. Wow. The Goffy special. Wow. So I wonder if they're not even going to count this because there's a rules analyst guy on here, and you know how we feel about the rules analyst. But they're saying that he needed to take a step back, pause, and then motion which I don't know if that falls under like here's 5-yard penalty. He never got set. Goff never got set. Illegal motion, 5 yards, and it is a 4th and goal from what seems to be the 5-yard line now. So now the Lions have got a decision to make here, whether they're going to go for a touchdown or go for a field goal. Romo, like sometimes, like with his play calling, like what he thinks they should do. Yeah, no, Kyle has a very, very special gift for that. He's very good at being able to like real time in game call stuff. Be like, I think they need to do this. I think they need to do that, and then they do it. And he's like, "See, told you." So Kyle is very, very much football mind for sure. So they're asking Dan Campbell, what are we doing here? And Goff goes out there. So we got the offense out there. So they're going to go for it here. If not, try to get Kansas City offside. So that touchdown did not count on the trickery play for Detroit, but they're going to try something here. They're going to try something. So 4th and goal, again, with the 5-yard illegal motion penalty, they get taken back to about the 5, in between the 5 and 6 yard line. And Goff is having a discussion with the ref, wondering what's going on here. And another flag delay game on the Lions. What is going on here? The crowd in Kansas City getting into it. And Goff still talking to the official, asking something, and they're showing Jake Bates, their kicker, and it looks like he might be coming out for a field goal. So the Lions are probably going to settle for a field goal here, get the points early. This might help you out in the long run at the end of the game. So 28-yard field goal attempt here for the Lions after 2 straight penalties, one being illegal motion on that touchdown pass from Montgomery to Goff, and the other being a delay of game. So here's the kick. Snap, hold, kick, and that is going to be good. So the Lions, after all that BS, whatever it was that was happening, get 3 points on the board. And the Chiefs and Andy Reid, they were the ones that were like, yo, man, what's going on? That didn't seem right, that play with Goff. So there you go. Instead of 6, they get 3 for the Lions. Melting down already. I know. Lions showing weakness. You and Crafty, Richard, got it down right now. All right. So we are going to update the score here. The Lions have got 3 while the Chiefs have 0. And that is your score after their first offensive drive for the Lions. And while we're in commercial, I'm going to go grab some food real quick. Check out my jersey. Got it when I went back to Chicago. Walter Payton, the greatest to ever do it. I will be right back. And yeah, Hat, I agree. But I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab some food. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Got some Mexican food delivered. My wife tried this Mexican spot over here by us. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. And she's like, that food was delicious. And I was like, I think we got to have it tonight. Some Sunday night football chow. You feel? Chow feel? All right, Richard, I'm going to do this last chug. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this. Richard gave me a $10 super chat, guys. And he's like, you got to chug because my boy got a promotion too. Everybody throw in congrats on the promotion in the chat for Richard as I do this last chug and as the Chiefs get the ball down to the 30 on the kickoff. Nothing there. All right. That was for you, Richard. And I got another one. I will do chugs for chats. Here we go. 1st and 10. Mahomes hands it off Pacheco up the middle right side of the line and gets 1 yard on that play. This channel will grow with the chugs for chats. I think so. I think if people do it, I think so. 2nd and 9. Mahomes back to pass, quick pass right side. Kelsey with a little spin action there. He caught it, was gonna go left, fake left, went right, and got an extra 6 yards there. So it's gonna be a 1st down for the Chiefs near midfield now. Caught it at around 35, got to about the 40, bounced off a couple more tackles near midfield now. Yeah, Richard, I we're over 1,000. We're almost at 1,100 subscribers. Just need more people in the live, man. It would be great. It would be awesome. Here we go. Mahomes back to pass, passing over the middle, caught. Smith-Schuster inside the 30, inside the 25, and around the 24-yard line is where that 1st down is going to be for Juju on that catch. Honestly, Kyle stats and you're relatable. Hell yeah. I can see that. Yeah, for sure. I like that. I think it's like a good mix too. I forget exactly how long you've been on the channel, Richard, but if you go back with like if Jinja or KC were here, they would probably say something around the same thing. I just think we just vibe. You know what I mean? Mahomes hands it off. Pacheco left side of the line running hard inside the red zone for a 1st down inside the 15-yard line. What a run. But yeah, I think we complement each other perfectly. Like you said, stats, relatable, Bears fan, Broncos fan. So I'm you've seen it too, Richard. 2 years. You've been almost here 2 years. Here on the channel 2 years. You've seen it. You've seen the type of relationship we have on the lives and on the channel and everything. And I think we complement each other very well. Mahomes hands it off again. Pacheco left side of the line. He's going to get about 2 yards there on that run. The loins D looking like Aaron Glenn is back in charge. Oh man, the loins D. I mean, yeah, and they've got everybody. Unless I'm missing something in terms of the injury report, but they don't seem to be missing really anybody of importance. 2nd and 8. Mahomes fakes a handoff, rolling right. He's going to try to throw, and he's just going to throw it away. He was looking for Kelsey there on the flat route, but Kelsey was being chased down by one of the other defenders, so he couldn't get it to him. I wanted to grow too. We're at almost 1,100 subs on Only Football channel. Kyle, I don't know how many subs Kyle's channel has. But the good thing is, like, we're growing steady. And as long as we're bringing you a quality product, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. 3rd and 8. Mahomes shotgun. 4 wide. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. Moving up himself. He might take it himself. And he will, but he's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards. He got down to the 5. So it's going to be a 4th and 2 inside the hot zone. And Andy Reid and his big old mustache, his big old walrus mustache, contemplating whether he's going to go for it or not. So, yeah, they might just try to do a hard count. But, I wouldn't put it past the Chiefs to go for it here on 4th down inside the 5 or just outside the 5 at the 6. 4th and 3. Shotgun. Snap. Mahomes. Quick throw. And it's going to be Xavier Worthy for a touchdown. Let's go. Xavier Worthy 6. Kelsey was being chased down by Taylor's prenup. Prenup? Yeah, that's funny. She's the one that's like, bro, you got to sign these papers, bro. You're the one that's got to sign this. Thanksgiving stream, we are getting wasted again. Yeah, I'm down. I am down. I am down for that. Snap, hold, kick for the extra point. It's no good. Oh, Butker. Get back in the kitchen, Butker. Get your ass back in the kitchen. Wow. Butker misses the extra point. So instead of 7-3, it is a 6-3 Chiefs lead. And I just heard, I forget the announcer's name, but he was saying something about along the lines of Butker's missing big, like one kick a game, whether it's a field goal or whether it's a, in this case, an extra point, right? It's just, it seems to be a miss every time. So Butker misses it. So it's 6-3, but what a play on 4th and 3 by the Chiefs, man. They had trips right, receivers, and they had 2 guys. One guy kind of goes straight, one guy cutting inside over the middle, and then Xavier Worthy moving off to the right. Mahomes scrambles left for a bit, gets it to Xavier Worthy, and he's able to, punch it in for 6. Butker butt curved that kick. Crafty, you're always on it with the zings there. He must be attending the same massage parlor as Justin Tucker. I'm not gonna touch that one, just like they're not touching Justin. Cheers. All right. Richard, your Packers, man, they I wouldn't say they escaped with a win. I mean, they were at home, but Cincinnati made it interesting there for a sec. They were within a score before Green Bay kicked the field goal or got a touchdown, I should say, because it was 15-20, if I'm not mistaken. But then, Packers get a touchdown, and it's pretty much over after that. Like they tried to go for a onside, and even if they would have recovered, they would have needed to score quick and get another onside kick, recover that, score again. So even then, like it was a Packers win for sure. But Bengals made it interesting with Joe Flacco in at quarterback, which I think it's obviously much better than what's his face. Oh my God, the backup. I can't remember his name. For the Bengals before Flacco. God, why can't I remember his name now? Jake Browning. It seemed like it was a lot better having Flacco there than Browning. 29 of 45, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Surprisingly, though, that they didn't get an interception. I'm not going to lie. Flacco is always good for an interception. As the Chiefs kick it off here to the Lions, fielded at the 9, taking over the middle, and they're going to be down to around the 29-30 yard line. So Lions are going to get the ball there at around the 29, 30-yard line to start their next offensive series. See if they can actually get a touchdown this time with some more trickery. Happy for a win, and we need to be better, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. And again, like, this game was never necessarily like a loss, but you never want to play down your opponent. They toss it to Montgomery left side, and Montgomery's going to get about 3 yards. And that's kind of something that I've always been like struggling with the Bears, is like, I feel like they always play down to their opponents and they never score more points. They never really put them away. They've never really put teams away. You know what I mean? So it sucks to not beat teams that you're supposed to beat, like, handedly. And the Packers still beat them by 9. 2 scores technically, but you wanted that to be like a 34-18 win. 2nd and 7, Goff shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to pass, and he might just go over the middle. There you go. And it's going to be Laporta inside of Chiefs territory at around the 40-yard line. We have played down to most of our opponents. You're spot on. Yeah, and I hate the Packers. Don't get me wrong. I'm obviously a Bears fan, and this isn't just me just shitting on them for no reason. But if you're a Super Bowl favorite, like, you're not supposed to do that, right? Like, they beat the Lions week 1. They beat them. There was no chance for the Lions to come back in that game. They absolutely beat them. And after that week 1, you're gonna be like, hey, of course they're a Super Bowl contending team, right? But then the next 4 weeks or so, counting this Bengals game, it was like they got beat by the Browns. They tied with Dallas. You're just kind of like, wait, where was that team week 1? Where's the Super Bowl contending team, the Super Bowl favorites? Where's that team at? Where's the offense at? Right. And again, I've gone through this with the Bears for the longest time, a decade, if not more. So I know what you mean. Like, if you're supposed to be better than your opponent, why are you playing down to them? If you're supposed to be better, the best team, a Super Bowl favorite, Super Bowl contending team, like, why are you playing down to the Bengals? Why are you playing down to the Cowboys and the Browns? So I get it. Evan off of X. Are you showing the game? No, Evan, unfortunately not. We stream on YouTube, so we don't want to get the stream taken off of YouTube. So we don't show the game. If you want to see the game, if I'm being honest, TikTok might be your best shot. There's a lot of streams on TikTok. I feel like they haven't really cracked down on those on showing the games on TikTok. So I would try over there, Evan, if you do have TikTok. Appreciate you understanding. But yeah, try TikTok, man. I think I've seen some lives where they're actually showing the games. Check them out. But yeah, we try not to do it on YouTube because we're getting paid, luckily. And we're able to monetize on YouTube, so we don't want to ruin that. Stop scaring me. It's not me. It's the Packers scaring you, Richard. Let's be real here, right? It's the Packers that are scaring you. I'm just calling it for what it is. Oh man. But yeah, the Packers, again, it wasn't necessarily a scary game, but the Bengals made it interesting there at the end. But again, I totally get you. It just sucks when you have a better offense and your team is just better than the other team. And it's like, why are we beating them by 1 score or 9 points in this case, right? Like, what the hell? All right, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line of the Chiefs. Goff going to hand it off Montgomery up the middle. 1st down, big run. That was about 13-yard run for Monty. you guys call my Monday and Thursday games at work. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're able to kind of watch the streams during that time too, or at least listen in. It's nice. Hopefully we're able to give you a good that good play-by-play, that good score updates. But we appreciate you listening, Richard. The free rides on TikTok will probably end once China no longer owns it. True, Crafty. That's true. Get it while you can. Goff hands it off. Montgomery, right side of the line, inside the 23-yard line. It looks like about a 4 to 5 yard gain. Second and medium coming up. Yeah, it's dope. Appreciate it. Appreciate you thinking it's dope. It's our 4th season doing this channel, which is wild to me. Like Kyle and I have talked about it where we're like, man, it's just like, you're not supposed to lose hope because yeah, it sucks. Sometimes it's like, we got to get this out. We got to do content. And Goff, quick throw, left side, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's going to get about a yard on that. So it's going to be a 3rd and 3 coming up. But sometimes, man, like making content, like you look at guys like Tom Grossi, Perna, other NFL streamers, like, and you see the content they put out, like they put a lot of great effort, and you realize, the content they put out, the time, an effort that they put into it, you see it in that content. You see the effort and the time spent, and you're like, I can get behind this. And Kyle's been killing it with the shorts, and because of his shorts, we've gone over 1,000 subscribers. But I'm not like, it's not easy as Goff gets in the pocket to pass, throws over the middle, caught. Jameson Williams, touchdown. Touchdown, Jameson Williams for the Lions. And this time, no flags, no penalties. It is a touchdown. What a pass. Indeed, Crafty. But yeah, we try to give you like the best content during our live streams, and it just sometimes it's difficult to really spend like 4-ish hours editing a video because it's very time consuming, and while we try our best to do that, Kyle and I are working. He's got a baby on the way. We both have, spouses, girlfriends, whatever, that we got to, spend time with, cleaning around the house. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, I don't need to explain the everyday life to you guys. So, but we try our best to do as much content as possible. And Kyle's been killing it on the shorts. And again, is the reason, the Kyle's the reason, because of his shorts, why we have over 1,000 followers right now and why we're continuing to build. Here's the extra point by Bates, and that is good. 10-6 Detroit. Are we seeing another Goff Mahomes shootout? I hope so. If this game gets into the 50s on each team, like it was in 19, I believe, 2019, when the Rams with Goff versus the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes in his second year or whatever, that would be a hell of a Sunday Night Football game. Because can you imagine, like, if Kyle and I were doing that game with this channel at that time? Like, that'd have been insane. I hope so, Crafty. Honestly, like, I hope so, because Sunday Night Football for the most part this year has been really awesome, and I think the same would go to Thursday Night Football games. I remember the first couple seasons that Kyle and I were doing this channel, it was like Thursday Night Football was just bad. Like, people were talking about getting rid of it, or like not tuning into it, or just not watching it because the product was so bad. And you can't necessarily blame Amazon or the NFL in general. It's just sometimes the teams that they had were just not good. I mean, last year, Bears Seahawks 6-3 game. Like, what is that? There's zero offense. Nobody wants to watch that. So again, if we're able to see something like this from back in 2019 or whenever it was that game happened, I'll be the first to be like, yes, inject that into my veins, because I love offense-driven games. Now let's update the ticker here. It's going to be 10 8-6 Lions. I would assume the Chiefs would go for 2 if they score another touchdown here before the half, just to make it, that nice 14 number that everybody likes. What are the game? I mean, the Panthers beating the Cowboys. That was kind of a surprise. I had Dallas winning, and clearly that didn't happen. I think Dak still had a really good game. 3 touchdowns, 261 yards. I mean, Bryce Young had 3 touchdowns and an interception, just under 200 yards. Rico Dowdle exploded on his carries, 183 yards on 30 attempts, no touchdowns, which is weird. But Rico Dowdle, I mean, a revenge game for sure. But he did catch a touchdown on 4 receptions and 56 yards. And then McMillan did have those 2 touchdowns. We had Pickens, Ferguson, and Lupke each catch a touchdown for Dallas. But what a game that was, 30-27. I did not expect the Panthers to win at all. And here we go. Lions kicking it off. Fielded at the 3-yard line by the Chiefs, across the 20 to the 25, about the 30 or 31-yard line is where the Lions are going to start this, or Chiefs are going to start this next offensive series. Fastest to 300 career passing touchdowns, 139 games for Mahomes. That's excellent, man. Aaron Rodgers did it in 147, Marino 157, but Mahomes in 139 games. Insane. 1st and 10, Mahomes shotgun, takes the snap, looking to pass in the pocket, moving up, and avoids a sack, gets it to his receiver, and I believe that's Hollywood Brown for a 1st down. Yeah, he avoided a sack there. Good job on Mahomes to get out of that. Richard, did I do 4 chugs or did I do 3? I know I said I would do 4. Aiden Hutchinson was the one there on the sack, but I think I did 4. If not, I'll do 1 more. Keep me honest on that. 1st and 10, inside Lions territory at the 49-yard line. Pacheco running back, 4 receivers wide in the shotgun. Mahomes snap and going to throw left, and I believe that's Gray. And he's going to get about 5 yards. Last one. Okay, so I got to do last one. Okay, gotcha. Let's do it. You know I'm chugging because I'm burping at the end of it. That's how you know. That is how you know I'm chugging it, because I'm burping. Usually that doesn't happen with just a sip. Chaw Phil. Again, Richard, everybody in the chat, congratulate Richard on getting that promotion at work. Fucking clap it up. Clap it up for our boy. Let's go. New Orleans put up a fight against the Patriots. Crafty, Richard, did any, or Hat, I know all 3 of you guys are in here right now. Did any of you guys, because I heard there was some controversy with the refs in that game. Did any of you guys see any of that or hear about that as well? Because that's what I heard. I went on Reddit and they were saying something about the refs kind of giving some calls to the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you guys saw that, heard that, whatever. But I mean, New Orleans put up a good fight. Spencer Rattler seems to be kind of getting into it, getting into a rhythm, I should say, as a starter. But surprising score, to be honest. I didn't realize New Orleans was going to put up that good of a fight. I mean, I know they got a win last week, their first win of the season. Spencer Rattler's first win as a starter. But yeah, I heard some controversy. Thanksgiving, better send me the address. You're getting a bottle of 1942. No, Richard, no, save your money. Send me some seltzers. Send me some $20 seltzers. You ain't got to do all that. But hey, if you're serious, I would definitely appreciate that. Send us an email on our YouTube email, and I would be more than happy to get you my address. But don't go crazy. Do not go crazy for us. Do not go crazy for us. But it's very much appreciated. Do what you want, but you don't have to go crazy. In the Saints game, I hadn't heard that. Refs favoring the Patriots. They must be feeling nostalgia. Yeah, that's kind of what I got from that too, Crafty. I was like, So it's kind of like the Brady Patriots, right? Yeah, that's what I had heard. Again, I went on Reddit and I saw something and I was looking at all the comments. They're like, yeah, blah, 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 this call. And it was one specific ref. I don't know his name, but yeah. Stopped watching at half. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Patriots, Saints, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Stop watching at half. All right, 2nd and 4 here for the Chiefs. 2nd and 4, hands it off. No, Mahomes going to take it himself, and he tries to get the defensive lineman or the linebacker there to bite on a couple of pump fakes, but he does not. He gets 1 yard. He gets 1 yard there on the carry. And Kirby Joseph looks to be limping off the field on that last play before this 1 yard gain by Mahomes. So we'll see what his status is. 3rd and 4 now. Mahomes shotgun, 4 wide, 1 running back. Motions Kelsey. Mahomes takes the snap, going to hand it off. Pacheco, left side of the line. Anzalone meets him after about a yard, and they are going to be short about 1 yard. So glad to hear John Tesh's NBA theme again. Oh, what is it? Why can't I think of it? All I'm thinking of it right now is the NFL theme. The dun 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 dun. Bum 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 dun 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 bum 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 bum. That's all I'm thinking of right now. But the NBA theme, I hear that, and it's going to be good. Kareem Hunt up the middle, 1st down for the Chiefs inside the 40-yard line of the Lions. Oh, man. Everybody's watching on the Kyle Kitzman channel. Welcome. Obviously, everybody watching on Only Football. Appreciate you guys. Crafty, Richard, Hat. And we had somebody from X comment, which is awesome. Evan, I know he was looking for an actual stream of the game, but we couldn't happen. Oh, and it's Mahomes going to take it on some trickery play here, and he's going to go for a 1st down. Hands it off to Pacheco, who then laterals to a wide receiver, who then laterals back to Mahomes, who scrambles right for a 1st down. The Chiefs said, Lions, you got some trickery? Check out our trickery. And yeah, they didn't fall for it. The Lions didn't fall for it. I mean, they still gave up the 1st down, which probably don't want as a defensive coordinator, as Pacheco's going to take it up the middle for about a 1 yard gain. But you know, you avoid giving up the big play there, which we've seen kind of time and time again. The Lions do, or defenses going up against the Lions do, is giving up that big play, but they avoid giving up the big play here. All right, 2nd and 8 now, inside the 27-yard line of the Lions. Mahomes shotgun, trips right. He's going to pass. He's rolling right a little bit, moving back into the pocket. Oh, fumble! Aiden Hutchinson gets it out into the hands of Mahomes, but he falls back on it. Wow. Tash's theme songs go do 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 do. I'm gonna look it up now because What's his name? John Tesh. NBA song. I'm going to listen to it right here. Mahomes is going to dump it off. And Juju, oh man, he gets about 17 yards. And he's going to be about a short a yard. I think they're inside the red zone here from a first down. All right, let me. Now I got to listen to it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it, Crafty. Now I'm remembering it. That was funny. That was funny. I was just reading the How the fuck do you give up 17 yards on a 3rd and 18? Yeah. This and Kyle has said it to me time and time again, and this is just my frustration with the Bears whenever they run like screens, but this is what those screens are designed for, right? To get you more yardage, maybe not all the yardage you need, but a good chunk to get you in a better position to go for it on a 4th down or go for a field goal here to lessen that field goal range. So I always get frustrated when the Bears run it because it never goes well, but now you see the Chiefs run it and it goes really well. 4th and 1 inside the red zone. Mahomes shotgun takes a snap, rolling right, fake left, rolling right, and he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it incomplete to Xavier Worthy under pressure on the right side. Was Mahomes was facing some pressure and he threw it because he had no other options. He had no time. And instead of going for a field goal, they fail to convert on a 4th and 1. Maybe you can call some defensive pass interference, but I don't think he actually interfered with him catching it. I think he just put a hand in front and was able to get it. Well, what do you and Kyle like to drink? It's my mission now. Y'all help me at work. Whatever. I don't like hard liquor. I will say, like, I don't like taking shots. I don't like that. I like seltzers. I like Moscow mules. That's the kind of stuff I like. So really, Richard, like, I'm glad we can help you, but you don't have to get us anything. I mean, you gave us a super chat already, so that's already awesome, and we always appreciate it. If we can help you out through work with the games, then great. That is all we need, is for you to be like, I appreciate you guys talking about the game during work. Like, that to me just makes it awesome to be able to do this for you guys. But yeah, I like seltzers. I like, Moscow mules, like I said, but if you're asking like, hey, bottle or seltzers, shit, seltzers are just fine. And Kyle, I think he likes his whiskey, rum. He had something. We'll ask him the next time he's on the stream. I don't know if he's going to make it tonight for Sunday Night Football because he streamed the entire first and second slate as well as the Broncos Jets international game. But we'll ask him next time. Worthy begging for a flag. Must have forgotten to send his Venmo. Andy Reid's talking to the rest like, dude, I sent you the Zelle. What are we doing? You're supposed to give that to us. I'll get my brewery red, white, blue seltz. Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, whatever you can do would be sick. You don't have to do anything, and we're always going to appreciate it. So thank you, Richard. And see, guys, Richard is a Packers fan. Me and him are not supposed to get along, but here we are getting along. Yes, it gets heated a little bit during Packers-Bears games every year. But regardless, I mean, here's Here's Richard and I just fucking having a great time. We appreciate it, Richard. We really, really do. We appreciate you guys. 1st and 10. Lions hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs, right side, able to sidestep, get through a couple defenders for 5 yards. And also, it'd be really cool to get like your email, like Crafty's email, Hat's email, like a lot of the OG guys. Like you guys saw a couple weeks ago, Kyle went to Indianapolis, hung out with Ginger. We were really close with Bill. I mean, he was always DMing us. So it's it's always awesome to kind of get to know you guys on a more personal level outside of the stream too. 2nd and 5. Goff hands it off again. Jahmyr Gibbs up the left side and is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Also a better way to keep in contact because, Kyle and I hope to get to the level of like Grossi, where we have like hundreds, if not thousands of people on the stream. And obviously it doesn't, it gets a little, it doesn't get as personal as it is right now. We hope to get to that level. If we don't, and you guys, we're still going to keep doing this because it's fun. But to get your emails, numbers, whatever would be awesome. Once we get to that level, I'm going to say 3rd and 4, Goff shotgun, trips right, takes a snap in the pocket, looking to pass under a bit of pressure. He's going to take it himself. He's going to take it himself left side, and he gets a 1st down inside the 34, 35-yard line for a 1st down. Anyone email me. Well, if you want to go, if you don't want to put your email out here in the chat, Richard, go to our homepage on YouTube and you should see an email under like contact us or something like that. And actually, I'm going to look it up for you right now. If you go to our channel, visit channel under... Oh, hold on. And Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle, big run, close to midfield for a 1st down. Goff does a good job now of taking off. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so if you go to the... Nope, that's not it. God, I am just not making it good for you guys right now. More play posts, membership. Damn, I thought you'd be able to. Maybe is there an about page when you're on the computers? Jahmyr Gibbs takes it up the middle. Oh, he's still up for about 6 yards on that run to the right side of the line. There should be an about page, if I'm not mistaken. When you visit our channel, and it should give you the email there. If you don't want to put it out in the chat, obviously, Richard, up to you, but there should be like an about page. View your channel. And Goff back to pass under pressure, just lets go of it. Incomplete. 2nd and 4. Don't trip. Let's do a meetup next year. Yeah, I know Ginger was talking about it too. It'd be really cool to meet a lot of you guys at like a game or a tailgate or like at a bar and do something like that. That would be sick. Kind of build the community that way too. Watch games at, again, like at a bar or something, big old table. It'd be awesome to do that. We'd have to pick like a more central location. Obviously, Chicago is the most central to the U.S., but obviously we can flex. And Montgomery is going to take it up the middle. He's going to get 2 yards, but a 4th and short coming up. But yeah, that would be sick. A meetup would be awesome, though. 4th and 2. And the offense still out there. Dan Campbell, Lions love to go for it. Snap. Goff back to pass under pressure, throws it. Oh, incomplete up the middle to Amon-Ra. Oh, and it was in St. Brown's hands. Just could not corral it into his chest. And there was a lot of pressure coming up to Goff. You could say it was a little low because it did go through the middle of his thighs as he tried to corral it in. But I think St. Brown wants that one back. He's like, that could have been a first down. That could have been on me. And wide receivers like that, any wide receiver, you get your hands on it, they're probably going to take responsibility for that, right? Accountability. So Amon-Ra wants that one back. That would have been a first down. Yeah, with this promotion, I couldn't afford one trip a year now. Hell yeah. I love that for you, Richard. Honestly, that's awesome because it sucks to just kind of like work and work and work and not really do anything else. That's the shitty part. Because then you got to pay taxes and then you got to pay your bills. Trash. But I'm glad you're able to get that one trip, man. I think it would be sick to do a meetup. What is that, my cat? What are you crying about? All right, hold on. Let me get this cat. My cat's over here crying. Just crying after using the pooper. But yeah, Richard, very happy for you. Again, congrats on the promotion. Congrats on the trips that you can take now, too. Anywhere like specific other than like a meetup you'd want to go? Because like my wife and I always talk about like doing trips every year. Obviously, we're very lucky and very fortunate to be able to afford trips with our jobs. We went to the Dominican Republic for our very, very, very late honeymoon after about 6 years married. We went to a honeymoon to the Dominican Republic, which was awesome. And it was our first international trip that we made together. But I'm always like, we got to go to Tokyo because with the Navy, I got to go to a lot of really cool places. And Tokyo was like, my favorite. Like I always like, Chicago was always my favorite city, and then Tokyo and then Waikiki in Hawaii were like sick. Mahomes with a screen pass goes nowhere, and Zaloni brings down Pacheco for a loss of about a half yard to 1 yard. But yeah, guys, if you guys can travel as much as you can, whether it's a road trip, whether it's somewhere across the U.S., whether it's an international trip. Obviously, it's very difficult with, prices of stuff going up and continually going up. But if you can, do it because it is great to see the other parts of the world. Mahomes throws deep right side and it's going to be caught. No, they're going to call it. Yeah, no, Brown did come down with that. I thought he may have bobbled it and he did get 2 feet in. So it's going to be a first down for the Chiefs. Got it. 1, 2. Wow. Almost a one-handed catch. One-handed kind of bring into the body there to secure that. Sports events. My wife is pro child interest, so I win. There you go. Hey, love it. Love it. As a 2-minute warning here for Sunday Night Football between the Chiefs and the Lions, which is 10-6. I'm going to go grab my food real quick for halftime. Give me 20 seconds. I'll be back. Wait. We both been a Mexico and Mexican American. Oh, hell yeah. Well, Romero, I kind of figured that. I just didn't want to assume anything, but Mexico is the best, dude. Mexico is the absolute best. We're thinking of going there. Puerto Vallarta, the beach, nice little inclusive adult type of thing, which is kind of what we did in the Dominican, which was really, really fun. But hopefully to do that, we're going to do that soon. But we do want to go back to Japan. Japan would be sick. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab my food. Be right back. Could you imagine just the 2 minutes left and then the whole second half? It's like, where'd Rick go? Got some tacos, some birria tacos. All right. 2-minute warning. Mahomes hands it off Pacheco right side of the line. Gets about 2 yards. Man, got met there by Kirby. Wow. Big hit. Big hit. Yeah, I hope to do that. I really do hope to do that. Oh, nice. I didn't even know I got beans and rice with this. Be right back as a streamer equivalent of the deadbeat dad going out to buy a carton of milk. Yeah, I'm just going for some milk and cigs. No big deal, guys. No big deal. God, imagine. That would be really funny. Got an horchata too. I'll chug that all day, Richard. No horchata. Doesn't hurt my throat. All right, 1st and 10 here. Mahomes back to pass. Going deep right side to nobody. And it was a Xavier Worthy there. Seems like a bit of a miscommunication because he was kind of moving more towards inside the numbers instead of outside. So not sure if there was a miscommunication there or what, but yeah, Mahomes threw it in the complete opposite direction in which Xavier Worthy was going. I should have brought a fork or something. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes motion, snap, looking over the middle, caught, incomplete actually to Kelsey. Woo! Xavier was unworthy on that pass. See, Crafty's always with the zingers, man. Always with the zingers. I love it. Oh, just like Amon Ra on that last on that 4th down play, Kelsey could have had that. That could be it. We could be looking at like a 3rd and 2 right now. Instead, it's a 3rd and 10. Let's see. Mahomes trips left. Kelsey to the right, takes a snap in the pocket under pressure, going deep right side, incomplete to Kelsey, and there is a flag. They're going to flag pass interference or defensive holding. Oh, wow. Pass interference on Yasin, number 23 of the Lions, on Kelsey. And Kelsey, as he was running, he was kind of like his arms to his side, like, what's going on, right? Like, give me the flag. So let's see. Yep. And yeah, there was contact. I got to see it a little more closely because I don't know if it happened within the 5 yards that you're allowed. Holding on to his jersey. Yeah. I don't think that's a bad call. Inside the red zone now for the Chiefs. Going to hand it off. No fake. Mahomes passes right. Caught. And it's going to be Kelsey down at the 1. Oh, he was going to try to extend, but he got tackled right before he could do that. Good job on the tackle there. Flag didn't come out till Kelsey begged for it. Yeah, I mean, not wrong. Not wrong. Like the super fans or cheerleaders, whatever, in the background, they're like, get the touchdown. If he extended, that would have been bad for his body, I think. It's just Kelsey's older, man. He's not gonna do that no more. He'll bump into Andy Reid and shit, but he's not gonna extend for a touchdown no mo. He's like, that's the old me. That is the old me. Take a bite of my taco. Mm. First and goal. Mahomes under center, Pacheco in the backfield. Oh, and they're going to have a flag, it looks like. Mahomes touchdown. I think it's going to be on the defense here. Encroachment. And they're going to deny it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Offsides. Penalties declined. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mahomes did it himself. He had Pacheco in the backfield. Was running an option play. Didn't toss it, and instead took it in himself. Skirt. Oh, yeah. Those are just such hard plays to cover, you know? I mean, unless you got a guy spying Mahomes, I just – and here's the kick, and it is good. Butker makes this extra point. It is going to be 13-10 Chiefs. There you go. Unless you got one guy spying Mahomes, and obviously, why would you want to do that, right? It's a tough play to cover regardless. But the Chiefs score. They take that stop on fourth down against the Lions all the way to a touchdown, and Mahomes runs it in himself. And they get the lead, 13-10. What do you guys think of the new logo, too? Colin and I were kind of going over this a couple weeks ago. You guys see it up there for the most part. Only football kept the same in terms of the font, but we changed the logo up a little bit. It looks a little nicer that way. The blue with the football and the drink. Seems cool. To me, it seems cool. Crafty, I'm going to be right back. I promise I'm not going to leave for the rest of the stream. Okay, I got to go get a fork for my rice and beans. I'll be right back. I promise, Crafty. I promise. See, Crafty, I'm back. All right. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 32-yard line. Everything is improved here. It's only a matter of time. Appreciate it, Richard. Hell yeah. That's what we're striving for, baby. Goff back to pass, throws right. Caught. Laporta. Going to get about 4 yards on that catch. Goes out of bounds. 28 seconds left in this first half. Lions trying to get into field goal position, at least to try to tie it up here. Obviously, they want that touchdown. Maybe get it to St. Brown. He wants to redeem himself from that dropped fourth down pass to make it a first, which led to the Chiefs obviously getting that touchdown. So let's see what they do here. 2nd and 5. Goff shotgun motions, left side. Snap. Pocket looking. Quick throw, and it's going to be Amon-Ra. Stays in bounds, and they're going to use a timeout here, the Lions. So they went to Amon-Ra there, but he was tackled immediately, and that was their Lions' final timeout. About 25 seconds left here on the clock before halftime. Gonna do ASMR of me eating. Watch. See if I can open up another avenue. Football. Watching football while eating. 3rd and 2. Goff. 22 seconds left on the clock. In the shotgun. 4 receivers. 1 running back. 11 seconds to snap the ball. In the pocket. Looking. Rolling right. Throws. Nobody. Couldn't find anybody. And I think he was going for Gibbs there, who couldn't get away from his defender. 17 seconds left. Let's see what Nick Bolton did here. Yeah. Bolton, good job. Woo. Covered his guy. Covered Jahmyr Gibbs. Is clearly a lot faster than him. Did a really good job. So they're going to punt here. And this punt is going to be caught at around the 10 with about 10 seconds left. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City just comes out and kneels the ball, gets into halftime with the lead. Because they're getting the ball back here in the 3rd quarter. So they've got the lead by 3. They're getting the ball back in the 3rd. So they'll probably kneel it here. And we got Kirby Joseph on the sidelines there. Again, getting evaluated, running up and down the sideline, seeing if he can come back or not. And that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Andy Reid's got the 4th most wins at 303 in the regular season. Not counting playoff wins. I wonder where he's at there. Because, I mean, you got Belichick. I can't really think of any other coaches. Coughlin for the Giants. But I mean, that was probably just like 2-3 years. The guy for San Francisco, I forget his name, a while ago, like when he had Montana and Young as quarterbacks. 303. Good job for Andy Reid. I'm gonna eat the rest of my tacos here. Kind of commercial for hockey. And you guys watch hockey at all? Not a big fan. Hey, any of you guys on the East Coast, actually? The reason I ask is I'm on the West Coast, obviously, Washington State. All these games are on early for me. So, for example, first slate of games today on Sundays are on at 10 a.m. And the Monday night games, week 2, we had that first doubleheader of Monday night games. To me, it was awesome because they started one game at whatever time it was that they started it. And then the next game started as soon as that game ended. But I know it sucks because if you're on the East Coast time zone, you're watching games until about midnight 30. If they go late. But for me, I mean, they're ending at like 9:30. But the thing I liked about the doubleheaders in that week 2 specifically, is because they ended one ended and once that first game ended, the second one started. There was none of this 1 hour overlap thing like we're going to have tomorrow night, right? The Bears got the later start. But then you got the Bills and the Falcons an hour before the Bears game starts. So I don't know. Like I liked how they did it in week 2 with that doubleheader. I know sometimes the East Coast it could be a really, really late Monday for you, or even Sunday, right? Sometimes. So I was just curious if any of you guys were on the East Coast. Central time zone is awesome because games start at noon, but I love morning football. I love it. I love waking up at like 9:30, whatever time it is, and then just being like, all right, cool. Let me hop on, stream, turn on Red Zone, and turn on football. And I got football in the morning with my coffee, breakfast. Like, to me, that's sick. I love that. And I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like to have, don't want to watch football during breakfast time or that early. But to me, it's great.
just flips it right to the guy. Really impressive. So many great examples of playing within the system when it breaks down and he goes and makes a play. Yeah. Right, Maria? Yeah, and all those great examples lead to a 4-2 record. That's 6 games started since 20.
Drake May had a good game. Drake May's been killing it, man.
They cleared the deck, whether it was the last few years, whether it was 15 years ago.
3 touchdown passes. Jesus. 261 yards. Game log so far. 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions so far this year. Got 2 rushing touchdowns. Didn't really have an amazing game against the Bills. Well, he didn't have touchdowns. We'll say that. He hasn't surpassed 300. He's gotten close in his week 1 against Vegas. They lost that game. They're on a 3-game win streak right now. Drake May is a big part of a big reason as to why they're there, right? Trying to see if maybe I could get his career. Well, they didn't count the ones today, so it's 3 touchdowns. He's probably got about 1,500 yards passing so far, which through 6 games, man, is great. 2024, he had 2,200 pass yards, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. And obviously, right, like those were his rookie year. That was his rookie year. Played 13 games. How many did he start? I wonder if they don't show how many he started. But yeah, already, I mean, well over half the yardage that he had last year through 6 so far through 6 games this year. He's been having a hell of a year so far.
It is not the man who commands the view beneath the stadium lights who deserves our highest praise. Rather, it is the one out of the arena. The crowd has gone home, still labor in service of others.
Tennessee lost to 10 to the Vegas Raiders. Man, I really did think that Tennessee might be able to come out with that win. I don't know if I called it. I know Kyle did. He did the predictions yesterday or the day before, but I can't remember if I picked the Titans to win. I really thought that this was going to be their second win of the year against the Raiders. Let's see. Yeah, I put Titans beat the Raiders by 7. Yeah, so much for that one, huh? So much for the Titans beating the Raiders. I just really thought they're going to have their second one of the year. I mean, it's the Raiders. They're not very good defensively, really just in general, I would say. But at least you don't have a ton of drops if you're Cam Ward from your receivers like you were having in those first couple games. You know what I mean? Like, as you can tell, like there's definitely some improvement there just all around the Titans team. And yeah, you know, there's a bunch of pressure being put on Cam Ward, it seems like every game, at least from what I've seen too. I just don't know how much time their head coach has. You know, because one of the big ones was Dable on the hot seat. He started Jackson Dart over Russ. Now he's seemingly off the hot seat. McDaniel, I would say still on the hot seat, but definitely not as hot. His seat is not as hot as it was those first 2-3 weeks, right? They've put up good games against the Bills. Just this week against was it the Chargers? They've put up some good games. I don't think the seat is as hot as it was for McDaniel. Tennessee, though, their head coach is a hot seat. Zach Taylor for Cincinnati, more than likely a hot seat. It's just he's been not good. And, a lot of people have been saying this, but it's like, wow, Joe Burrow must be the most valuable player in the NFL because of how bad the fall off is for the Bengals without him in the lineup, right? So, even with that, you don't really have much of a backup plan, but I feel like Zach Taylor and Tennessee coach, what is his name? Do any of you guys remember his name? I should look it up. Titans head coach Brian Callahan. I knew it started with a C. Brian Callahan for sure. Maybe Gannon for the Cardinals, I would say. Stefanski, I don't think so, even though Cleveland sucks right now. Canales with Carolina, I doubt it. He's won a couple games now. Harbaugh with Baltimore, maybe, but it's like, what else do you expect, right, without Lamar? That's kind of all I'm seeing right now, too. About 3 coaches that are really, really on the hot seat. All right, start of the second half coming up. Detroit lining up to kick. Let's see if the Lions can come back in this game so far. They're losing by 3, 13-10, as Bates gets the kicks off. Fielded it around the 9, taken to about the 20-yard line, maybe if he got there. That was a bad return. Talking about Kirby Joseph, he's saying we're good. Dan comes over 3 plays from this game being turned on its head. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Mahomes quick pass to the left side. And that's going to go for about 10 yards for Smith. And maybe a first down, depending on where they spot it. Or it might be a 2nd and 1 coming up here. I mean, they do got a point. St. Brown doesn't drop that on 4th down. It's maybe they score. 2nd and inches. Mahomes hands it off. Pacheco up the middle. Gets free. He goes for about 6 or 7 yards. Doing his celebration there. The one I kind of laughed at last week was when he grabbed his mouth guard, threw it on the ground, and then just pointed. I thought that was really funny. Oh, Kelsey kind of got rolled up there. He's on the sidelines now. 1st and 10. Mahomes at the 37-yard line. Shotgun takes a snap in the pocket, throws right or left, I should say. And that is going to be Gray on the reception and a 1st down. We got Ginger in the chat. Ruckles, love you too, Ginge. Is that Kyle in your profile pic? Because if it is, we'll love it. Freaking love it. Ginger, welcome. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Mahomes rolling right, looking. And he's going to get it. He was able to pass it, but Pacheco unable to come up with a catch. It was a weird kind of it wasn't even like a throw that you would expect. It was more like a like a what do you call that? I don't know, but it was like it wasn't a pass, and I could see maybe because the ball was moving in the air. But if you're Pacheco, again, you want that catch back or you want that play back so you can catch it. 2nd and 10 now here for the Chiefs in the shotgun, 4 wide. Pacheco to Mahomes' left, motions to the right side. Juju takes a snap in the pocket, fakes a dump off and goes over the middle to Kelsey, who's going to get the first down and around the 31-yard line of the Lions. Kansas City moving the ball, man. This really might come down to whose defense can get a stop. Mahomes, and there's a flag. He's looking. He's going to take it himself. First down inside the red zone, but we got to see what this flag is here. I don't know what the Lions were doing. It's just like they sent like 3 guys and oof. Oh, so it was an offsides, and then they showed that replay of the Kelsey catch, and it didn't. I mean, he caught it, and as he was going down, it hit the ground. So I think that's why the Chiefs ran a really quick play there for no sort of replay, no sort of, whatever. Smart. Mahomes shotgun. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Snap. And he's going to get it to Kareem Hunt, who's going to get a first down inside the hot zone. Inside the 10-yard line. Just in case some of you guys aren't familiar. First and goal here. Mahomes in the shotgun at the 9-yard line. Motions right side. Now back to the left. Takes a snap. He's going to pass it to Hollywood Brown, who's going to get a touchdown. Touchdown, Chiefs. Hollywood Brown. And the Chiefs go up 19-10. See if they can get this extra point to make it 20-10. But as he was motioning Hollywood Brown in front of him, kind of just a quick little touch pass, and he was able to kind of force his way into the end zone there with Kelsey holding up a block. And here's the extra point by Butker. Snap, hold, kick, and that is going to be good. So the Chiefs go down the field after a really mediocre kick return, and they get a touchdown. They get the extra point, so it's going to be 20-10. It's Hollywood Brown showing off his the diamonds on his grill. We need grills. I think this channel needs grills. Kyle and I need to get some grills. I think that's the best way to go about this. That's the next upgrade we're going to get here on Only Football is all the grills.
Maybe he's afraid of commitment. For sure. All right, you're not even listening to me. Bridgewater, you're in.
Let's see. Actually, I put out a poll. Let's check out this poll here. So put up a poll. Who's going to win on Sunday Night Football? 32 votes. 81% said Lions. 81% of the votes went to the Detroit Lions. Only 19 went to the Chiefs. And so far, 20-10 Chiefs. There's still a lot of game left. We still got well over a quarter and a half left of football. But right now, Chiefs are on top. Somebody said Chiefs easily. And his name is Chief Mahomey. So that just goes to show you. That's why I'm picking the Chiefs.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
So 81% of these votes went to the Chiefs. We'll see if the Chiefs can maintain the lead or not. I mean, you know, it's all lines go down the field, score. And again, Amon-Ra brings in that catch on that fourth down. Might be looking at a completely different score. Take a quick P for the P for the D, whatever. We'll go with the Grossi thing. I'll be right back. All right. So Lions starting their drive off. Rick has disappeared like a Lions secondary. Gave it to Jahmyr Gibbs there on a rush, and he got to about the 32-yard line. 33. Ugh. So 3rd and 3 coming up. See if the Chiefs can try to get a punt or force a punt here as Goff sits in the pocket over the middle, caught. And that is Amon-Ra St. Brown with the first down catch. He wasn't letting go of that one. He's like, we got to keep this drive going, boys. Was not going to let go of that one. Yeah, best on best. McDuffie on Brown. Goff, quick throw. Jameson Williams left side is going to get a first down. Nobody was covering him, which is really, really weird. There's nobody in front of him. I don't know if maybe they were playing way off him or what, but it just, there's nobody there. And that was an easy first down pickup for the Lions. Said McDuffie, go get him. Man, could you imagine you catch Jameson Williams like that on like a straight line, nobody covering him? Whew, that could have been dangerous too. 1st and 10 under center in Chiefs territory. Jahmyr Gibbs going to get about 2 yards on that run, right side of the line there. Karlaftis comes down to tackle him. Almost had a tackle for loss there too. Almost. All right. 2nd and 8. Goff's going to be in the shotgun with trips to the left, takes a snap. Quick throw, Jahmyr Gibbs going to be a screen, and it's going to go for negative yards here. Negative yardage. And the Chiefs are hype right now. Tranquil comes up with a tackle for loss. He read it the entire way, too. He got through his blocker and was able to get Jahmyr Gibbs out of bounds for that loss. Credit to Tranquil because, man, in the NFL now with the rules, having a leading blocker, it's almost like a cheat code, right? You can't, chop block them, which, I mean, for safety reasons, I get that. But there's really nothing you can do other than engage your guy and hope that someone behind you is going to be able to get a tackle. Jameson Williams on a 3rd and 11, unable to do anything on that wide receiver screen as Cook takes him down behind the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. It is 4th down. Dan Campbell looks extremely disappointed on that call. And, yeah, the wide receivers just did not take care of their assignments. Number 18 for the Lions. Fourth and 10. And here's the punt by the Lions. Going to be fielded at around the 6-yard line. Fair caught around the 6-yard line for the Chiefs. So Chiefs got 94 yards to go for another score. We'll see if they can get into the end zone again or settle for a field goal, or even if, we'll see if the Lions defense can actually make a stop here, because so far it has been very difficult for this Lions defense to get a stop. And Chiefs score, man, you're looking at 27-10. You're looking at a rough game. Did they not score in the first quarter? Shit. They didn't score. They did not.
Everybody can make whatever they want. There's plenty to go around. Absolute game changer.
Wow. Chiefs get Rashee Rice back next week. Now we got to take a look at their schedule coming up. So they're playing Detroit right now. They got Vegas, Commanders, and the Bills. Week 7, 8, 9 going into their bye. So they get Rashee Rice against the Raiders. They get him back against the Raiders, divisional matchup. And from what we've seen with the Raiders, they can't really do a lot right now offensively. And again, the Chiefs defense is getting it improving gradually, I feel like, over the weeks. Before it was like the Chiefs defense is trash, right? And they seem to be doing a really good job against this Lions offense. So they got the Raiders next week. They got Washington, looks like Sunday Night Football, if not Monday Night Football, in week 8. That's going to be Monday Night Football, yeah. Then they go to Buffalo, take on the Bills week 9. Then they got their bye week. Then they take on the Broncos in Denver, the Colts, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Chargers, the Titans, the Broncos, and the Raiders again. And if you're bringing Rashee Rice back in and this offense is looking the way it's looking right now, you're looking at a winning record here for the Chiefs. And that is going to be a run up the middle to about the 10-yard line by Kareem Hunt. Kelvin Shepard just unable to drop a defense so far in this game and stop the Chiefs. 2nd and 7. Mahomes shotgun at his own 10-yard line. Motions. Takes the snap. Looking, rolling left. Going to take it himself. No, he's going to be able to throw it, but behind Pacheco. And Pacheco was basically being shadowed by number 30, 46 Campbell. Really good job by Campbell there. Pretty much getting in the way of anything that Pacheco was going to try to catch. But I feel like if you kind of loft that one towards the sideline, maybe Pacheco outruns Campbell. 3rd and 7 now here for the Chiefs. See if the Lions can get a stop here on defense. In the shotgun, Mahomes motions Kelsey on the right side, takes the snap, looking, throws, and it's going to be Kelsey with the catch. Bobbled it at first and was able to bring it down for a first down. Big first down. That was about 20 yards, 15 yards on that catch. Let's see where he gets to. He gets to about the 20, 25. So about a 15-yard play there. Wow. So at the 27. So a 17-yard play. Mahomes shotgun. Motions Gray on the left side. Takes a snap. Looking. Quick. Nope. And Mahomes going to take it himself for about 2 yards. Was thinking about passing it over the middle. Had a couple of pump fakes there. And takes it himself because coverage was good. Coverage was really good there by the Lions. Second and 8. Mahomes shotgun, motions left side, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws, and under pressure just kind of got rid of it to Smith. He kind of, I know Anzalone was either Anzalone or Hutchinson right in his line of sight there, but he elevates that throw a little bit more. I think Smith is able to catch that and maybe get a first down. But, there's a lot of pressure. Even if he rolls right, I think Hutchinson stays on him. 3rd and 8 here. Mahomes in the shotgun, trips left. Motions Brown, takes the snap. Looking. In the pocket, rolling up, moving up himself. He stays up, and he gets hit, and he's going to be about 2 yards short. Going to be about 2 yards short there. So 4th and 2, there's nobody open. If he would have kept going left, and I understand why he didn't, because I believe Trey Smith kind of in a way sort of got in his way there, but if he would have kept left, he probably would have had that first down. So the Lions get a stop, though. Lions get a stop, and the Chiefs are going to punt here. 4th and 2 at the 35. There's the punt. And going to be fair caught at the 18-yard line. So Lions going to start off at around the 18-yard line for the next drive. Chiefs are winning 20-10 so far. Going over some bets that I gave my buddy. I recently, one of my buddies from work is, I would say, first week or second week of this season. He's like, "Hey, bro, do you know ball? Like, do you know NFL?" Because he bets quite a bit. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm not, out here putting bets out and stuff and whatnot. But he's like, if I ask you about it, like, will you tell me like whether I should go with it or not? Certain bets. And a lot of the bets I get, I would say about 85 to almost 90% of the bets I've been like, yeah, do this. Yeah, that sounds good. Blah, blah, blah. Like he's come to me with like, should I do this? Like they've won. And there's a couple this week that I did not hit, that they did not hit on. So it sucks, but I feel good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been giving them some pretty damn good advice. Some good advice on bets. Made a good amount of money. But it was funny because like I would tell my wife about it. Oh yeah, he bet this much on this bet after I told him to bet on that. She's like, you should bet. And I was like, yeah, I would. It would not work for me because it's so easy to, tell somebody to do that with their money versus you doing it with your own, right? What happened to Chris Jones here? Oof. He's going for the tackle and he got his arm caught between his teammate and Jahmyr Gibbs. So now they're putting something on his arm there. 19-yard line for the Lions here in their next offensive drive. 3:34 left in the third quarter. Goff's going to start here in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Going to lob it to David Montgomery, who's going to get a first down at the 30. The 40 at around the 42-yard line is where he's going to go down. But yeah, I'm just like, I would have the toughest time betting my own money. Because like for the most part, I try to do safer bets. You know what I mean? Not too big of parlays, not too many legs. But even then, it's like this guy, he's betting 100, 150. And I'm just like, there's no way I'm betting that much money. Goff throwing right. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a first down makes a move into Chiefs territory. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself because I've led him in the right direction, and he's won some good money. And I'm just like, dude, like, just get me a cup of coffee. Like, I don't. When you come into work, like, just get me like a cold coffee or something. Like, I don't want money. Here you go. 1st and 10, 46-yard line of the Chiefs. Goff back to pass in the pocket. Chiefs bringing pressure. Throws left, caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown with another first down catch inside the 35-yard line, I believe, of the Chiefs. So offense moving right now for the Lions after that their defense got a big stop. And yeah, right around the 33, 34-yard line is where the Lions are going to start their next drive here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, big and strong. Got that catch. Goff, shotgun at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Motions Laporta to the right side, takes the snap, looking, throws right side, caught, and it is Amon-Ra again. That is his favorite target on this drive right now for about 5 or 6 yards. So 2nd down upcoming. 1st down is around the 25-yard line of the Chiefs. They're trying to get a score here to make it a 1-score game, whether that be a field goal or a touchdown. Lions defense is going to need another stop. Less than 1 minute left in the third. Touch pass to Jameson Williams to the right side. Jameson goes around the corner. 1st down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Lions are going to start or get a new fresh set of downs here. 43 seconds left in this third quarter. Just quick little sneeze. First and 10 for the Lions. Under center, Goff. Motions to the right side, takes a snap, fakes the handoff in the pocket, looking quick screen to Montgomery inside the 10-yard line, inside the hot zone. Lions are moving, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Get your fours up, everybody. Get your fours up. That is the end of the third. Great offensive drive so far for the Lions. They're inside the 10-yard line of the Chiefs, threatening to score. Let's see if they can get it into the end zone. Obviously, you want a touchdown here. Most importantly, though, regardless of how this drive ends, the Lions defense again needs to get a stop, force a punt, get a turnover even. But they want to be in this game right now. Because the Chiefs so far have been, outside of that last drive, have been able to do whatever they want to do on the offensive side of the ball.
I started posting math lessons on TikTok. I went from a class of 30 to millions. Now I get messages from teens who want to be teachers, engineers, or who just finally get it. Now it's parents, grandparents, even teachers. Finding ways to connect with math.
Let's look at some of these stats so far. Goff, 182 yards, 1 touchdown. Jameson Williams had that touchdown, 6 receptions, 66 yards. St. Brown, 7 receptions, 37 yards. Mahomes, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns with a rushing score added on there. Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy were the ones on those receptions. And Ginger, we got a membership. Ginger. Let's see who it went to. Tyler Fink. Tyler Fink. We haven't seen Tyler Fink in a minute. Richard, that is another fellow Packers fan. Tyler Fink. So he's coming on here talking shit to me. But it's always in fun. But Tyler Fink is another one of your fellow Packers fans. And yes, Bill, we love you. You guys can see up there, top right of your screen. We made that special for Bill because just like all you guys that are here right now, anyone who's a member, anyone who continually comes back to this channel, always supporting us. And Bill was one of our biggest supporters as well. And we're doing it for you guys as well as him. St. Brown catches a pass inside the 5-yard line, the point of no return for the Lions. Let's see if Amon-Ra, can come down with a touchdown here. I feel like all the work he's putting in this drive, I think a payoff would be great for him right now. Ginger, thank you for that membership gift. Tyler Fink, hopefully we see him the next stream tomorrow night because usually you'll get that email. 2nd and goal. Goff motions. Laporta left side. Takes a snap. Looking to pass. Throwing over the middle. Incomplete. No, he caught it. Laporta caught it. Touchdown. Oh, my God. Laporta comes down with it. Jumps up over Connor. One hand, 1, 2. Laporta with the concentration. Damn. Insane. Laporta with a clutch pass on that touchdown. first play of the fourth quarter, or second play of the fourth quarter, and the Lions get in the end zone. 20-16. Here's the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, and that's going to be good. So it is 20-17 Chiefs as the Lions go down the field and score on a Laporta tippy toe catching touchdown. Even Goff was like, woo. Good on Laporta. Laporta looks like a 40-year-old man. He looks like he works in cybersecurity at a desk. Instead, what is he like? 6'5", 6'6", catching touchdowns in the back of the end zone for the Lions. Like an absolute savage. Law and Order. All right, guys. Fourth quarter. Just over 14 minutes left. We got the Chiefs on top still by 3 points after the Lions go down the field, go down 95, 96 yards to score this touchdown on Laporta tippy toe in the back of the end zone.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
I just think that's weird. Like I said, the Lions defense wants another stop, just like the last time they were out on the field against the Chiefs. We'll see if they can get it. I mean, obviously, it would be huge for the Lions offense to get it back, see if they can take the lead. But I don't know. I think the Chiefs at least get a field goal on this next drive. I don't know if the Lions defense has enough, but we saw them put some pressure on Mahomes there. And on that last drive for the Chiefs too, like, you know, the pressure, the coverage on the wide receivers, anybody really, out trying to catch the ball from Mahomes, it was really good. It was really, really good coverage by the Lions there. So if they can at least replicate the coverage, I mean, then you're hoping your pass rush can get to Mahomes where he's not trying to scramble and he's getting those necessary yards to get the first down and keep a drive alive. You know, get that coverage, keep that coverage solid on those wide receivers, and then get to Mahomes here. I know Crafty, you had said that I had disappeared like the Lions secondary, but hey, now they're back. They're back, and they're doing really, really well. Falcons and 49ers next week are Sunday Night Football. Falcons playing the Bills tomorrow on Monday Night Football, so they get 2 primetime games in a row. And somewhat of a short schedule, too. Here's the kickoff. Fielded at the 1. See if the Chiefs take it to about the 31-yard line. That's where their next drive is going to start. 17 straight games decided by 1 score. Wow. Oh, and wow, they are 0-3 in 1-score games this year. All right. That's what it is so far. They want this touchdown. All right, here we go. First and 10 at 31 for Mahomes. He's going to hand it off, and that is Kareem Hunt up the left side of the line. He's going to get about 3 or 4 yards there. Let's see how close they can get, because with Hunt, he's kind of been that touchdown merchant. You know, Pacheco has kind of had a slow start to the season, and I'm pretty sure that's why they picked up Hunt if they didn't already have him. But he's been the touchdown merchant in short field. Mahomes, gets hit, and there's a flag. Incomplete pass. I don't know who Mahomes is talking to, but I would assume a roughing the passer here, if not a something. Roughing the passer on the defense. And Hutchinson. That was Hutchinson. He was on the right side of the defensive line. Mahomes was under pressure the entire time. Throws it. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Oh, yeah. He had more than enough time to stop. That's a pass interference, and Mahomes is looking straight at Hutchinson like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, why are you doing that? You had more than enough time to stop, and instead he gets to Mahomes. And Hutchinson, I mean, he's playing the bully role right now. He's kind of like the Max Crosby type of thing, right? Like always hitting Mahomes, making sure, letting him know that he's still there. 1st and 10. It's going to be a toss to Xavier Worthy to the right side. He's got a couple blockers, and it goes about 6 yards. Worthy, I'm sure wanted more yards than that. He was eyeing a first down, it seemed like, with the blocks that he had set up. But, 6 yards, good little chunk play there. Tyquan Thornton out there. Pacheco in the backfield now. Hollywood Brown to the left side. Xavier Worthy playing the slot. Kelsey takes the snap. Mahomes looking. Throws over the middle, and it's caught. Worthy. Now he's going left. He's got a couple blockers. Oh, and he gets tackled from behind. I believe that was Campbell. Takes him down. But he still gets that first down. Xavier Worthy. Good job. He did kind of a quick cut inside. He got it, and I was like, just get the first down. Don't do anything crazy. But then he cuts left, and he gets more yardage there. So he did get the first down, but trying to get more yardage, he did end up succeeding. It's just one of those plays that scares me. It's like, dude, just fall forward. Quick throw, Juju Smith, first down inside the red zone for the Chiefs. Chiefs fans loving it on that end zone side. 1st and 10. Man, yards per play, 6.3 for the Lions, 6.7 for the Chiefs, man. This is the offense I want for the Bears. Why can't we do this? 1st and 10, Mahomes shotgun, takes a snap, quick throw, left side to Smith, and Smith is going to get about 9 yards. Really, really good run there by Smith, fighting every single defender to get that extra yard, and it paid off. Looking at a 2nd and short coming up. You had Kelsey on the block there. Really good job on Kelsey. Juju Smith-Schuster blocking those guys. Second and 2, Kelsey on the sidelines. Mahomes is going to be he's going to be in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to hand it off. Pacheco up the middle inside the hot zone, inside the 10-yard line. At about the 8. And he's doing his point thing. That's Pacheco. That's Pacheco right there. Really good push by the offensive line there for the Chiefs, too. All right. Under center, Mahomes. Going to hand it off. That's Pacheco right side of the line, inside the 5 at around the 3-yard line. The point of no return for the Chiefs. Let's see if they give it to Pacheco or if they bring in Kareem Hunt. Maybe they're going to pass it to Kelsey. Let's see what the Chiefs decide to do here. Swamatea, yep. And looks like that's Pacheco in the backfield. Xavier Worthy motion to the left side. Takes a snap. Fakes a toss. Looking to pass. And Mahomes is going to throw it out. Nobody was open. 3rd and goal. Lions need to hold here. Lions need to hold. Boo, Matt Nagy. Boo. 3rd and goal at the 3. Mahomes shotgun, trips left. Xavier Worthy to the right. Motions Pacheco to the left side. Snap. Looking. Quick throw. And it's going to be Hollywood Brown touchdown, Chiefs. On 3rd and goal, Hollywood Brown wide open over the middle of the end zone and hauls it in for a touchdown. A lot of traffic there on the trips left for Mahomes. Bit of a confusion. Number 21 for the Lions. I feel like he was on Brown there and kind of got lost in the shuffle. And instead of following him across the field, kind of retreated back to the back of the end zone, thinking that maybe a linebacker was going to get him. And there was no coverage on Hollywood Brown, and Brown is able to haul that in for a touchdown. So Hollywood Brown, touchdown, and the Chiefs go up 27-17. Chiefs looking good, guys. Chiefs looking good. I know Kyle hates to hear it, and I feel like the entire NFL hates to hear it, other than Chiefs fans, but Chiefs offense is looking a lot better.
That's right. You're a winner. McDonald's is back. This guy's a winner. She is too. He's a winner. Hey, Cersei. Finally a winner. Now you're getting it. Go directly to McDonald's and get from What do you do when things get tough?
Wow.
You don't give up. Diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer. Try hormone therapy.
Chiefs looking good, Crafty. Crafty.
It's a different treatment that targets PSMA positive cells.
Crafty hates the Chiefs. If there's anything I know, I may not know who Crafty really roots for. And I'm pretty sure Crafty's like, I'm more of a player guy or more of an NFL guy. I know he's not rooting for the Chiefs. I know for a fact he's not rooting for the Chiefs.
Tell your doctor if you have weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising more easily, an infection, or changes in urination. Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint and back pain, and constipation. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto, because every day without cancer progression is a victory.
There's really 4 Ds. Jen the contractor, Jen the politician, Jen the clown, and then there's the other guy.
Battle start now. I want some hoop in there,
Oh, this is a good season.
I don't want to trip off of this.
Now I got to see if the Steelers scored over 3.5.
Spectating Campbell 9 times in a row in the AFC West for Andy Reid. Such good programs on both sides. The Lions just a couple of mistakes that cost them the opportunity to score, keep drives going. The Chiefs have not made mistakes here in this second half. Fine drive taken by Craig Reynolds.
Reynolds is going to take this kick to the 25.
That's where the Lions take over in 30 seconds.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on that. Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I think you gotta feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible new iPhone 17 on us on the best network.
So Lions going to start their next drive here at the 25-yard line. Defense going to get a stop. This is going to be tough. Going to be tough for the Lions because they need a score, they need a stop, and they need the ball back, and they need to score again. 9.5 minutes left. Still a lot of time left, but I feel like, with what you need to do, and if your defense can't stop, I mean, it's just you need a touchdown on this drive. You need to score quick before the 5-minute mark. And Jameer Gibbs is going to get tackled for a loss, for about 3-yard loss. But their defense is really going to need to stop to get them the ball back. And again, like, they need a touchdown here, and they're going to need a touchdown again to win, or, you know, at least the field goal to tie. But the defensive stop is the most important part. And Amon-Ra St. Brown catches the ball, gets about 4 yards on that play. All right, let's see. 3rd and 10. Big 3rd and 10 here for the Lions. Goff, shotgun, motions Amon-Ra to the left. Line are seeing something. They're calling out some linebackers. Goff takes the snap in the pocket. Gonna get sacked. Launched. Nom, 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 nom. Goff, sack, launched on a big 3rd and 10. Karlaftis and Chris Jones are there on the sack. Damn. Gets right past Ratledge of the Lions on the right side, their guard. And Omenahu comes up with a sack. Karlaftis and Jones were there. Oh, man. Big sack lunch there by the Chiefs. Almost get a block on that punt. And they're going to be fielded at the 30, taken to the 35. Goes around the 40, 45, 50. Inside Chiefs territory. Fumble. Did the Lions get it back? Refs are saying he was down. And they don't. The announcers were asking if he got touched by the kicker or the punter. Oh yeah, he was. It looked like he was down and the floor caused the fumble. And then he was touched by a defender. His elbow touched, then his knee, and then the ball, the ground created the fumble there. So we'll see. Whew, big return there by the Chiefs, man. They're going to be in great field position to get another score.
For just $10.99. With 85% more beef, it makes a quarter-pound burger look tiny and, well, yeah, tiny. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Not what you want to see as a Lions fan. Not what you want to see as a Lions fan. Not only did you get sacked on 3rd and 10, but to just let up a big kick like that, a big punt return like that. And the crazy thing is, like, they probably had him where he fielded the punt, because the returner, I'm not sure who the returner was, but had to actually move up and almost like kind of stumbled a little bit forward to catch that punt. Was moving a little bit to the left, and then, moving a little bit to the left, and then completely did like that wide turn to the left sideline and was able to get like 20 extra yards from where he fielded the ball on that punt and got into Chiefs territory. Lions are going to need a big stop here. Because if they're already in Lions territory, you're thinking Butker is going to be able to hit it a field goal, anywhere on that side of the 50, and then go up by 2 score. Well, they're already up by 2 score, but go up by 13 points. And I mean, it's still a 2-score game regardless, but 20, it's a much better 2-score game right now. And Pacheco runs up the middle for about 7, running hard right now. He's like, I know what I got to do. I just got to get first downs or get big chunk yardage. Second and 5. So it wasn't a 7-yard run. It was a 5-yard run. I'm just hyped. I'm just hyped off that punt return. Second and 5. Mahomes shotgun. Motions to the right side. Hollywood Brown takes a snap. Pacheco going to run. And he's going to get about 2 yards there. Okay. All right. 3rd and short upcoming. 3rd and 3. 3rd and very, very doable here for the Chiefs. They can just get 1 or 2 yards. Again, they're in field goal range, but where they're going to risk kicking it and missing it too. Third and 3. Mahomes in the shotgun, empty backfield, 4 wide, 1 tight end. Motions Pacheco to left side, takes a snap, quick throw over the middle, caught, and that is going to be Kelsey for a first down. Quick throw to Kelsey, was in the tight end position on the left side of the line, and he was actually in the slot. I'm sorry, but a really, really quick throw, and he got in between both linebackers. Great job. And there's the gratuitous Taylor Swift cut. 253 yards, 3 touchdowns for Mahomes in the shotgun at the 34-yard line of the Lions. Takes a snap, hands it off. Pacheco cuts upfield, and he gets about 5 yards. More chunk yardage for Pacheco.
Man coverage that's been a feature of this team throughout the year. I've got to say, I think they played defensively better than I thought they would. They really did. It was, we showed it, the 2 mistakes on 4th down by the offense. They got penalized on the one where they scored, and then Ross St. Brown had one that he missed on 4th down.
Here we go. 2nd and 5. Home shotgun takes a snap. Quick throw. Left side to Smith. And Smith's going to get about 4 yards there. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Dude, Chiefs just moving the ball at will. It's not even fair. Lions defense is not going to be able to get a stop here. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes. This is pretty much game unless they get another Mahomes 99-yard pick 6. I think this is game for the Lions here. Even a field goal to make it 13 just seems impossible to come back from. Mahomes motions gray, left side, takes a snap, hands it off. Pacheco gets a first down and more inside the 20. Inside the red zone. And not Pacheco, but that was Kareem Hunt. Detroit defense unable to get a stop there. Boom. Just ran over Yasin. Kirby Joseph was able to get the stop. Whoo-wee. That is probably all she wrote here for the Lions. 27-17 Chiefs inside the red zone. Under 4 minutes. They get a touchdown and it's over. And honestly, I think it's over now because by the time the Lions can get the ball back, they've got to score quick. And I mean quick. And I'm not sure how many timeouts they have. I don't know if they took one here, if the Chiefs did, but I don't know, man. I don't see it, guys. I don't see it.
Insurance and financial services. I get emotional saying that. The acronyms that include Nationwide. Your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide.
This game's gonna be over 8:15 my time.
It doesn't just have great moments. It was the backbone of your community. So you breathe in new life. Space for tomorrow, for your people. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival. Because you're always willing to double down on your neighborhood. You are a fighter. And this is your reward. Double, the mark of a fighter.
Damn flies. Liverpool, Manchester United. Back at Geha Field or Geha Field, Gaha Field. Damn. Mahomes looking good. 4 touchdown passes. See if he can make it 5. Mahomes hands it off. Kareem Hunt up the middle. Gets about 2 yards. And there's some extracurriculars happening. 3:21 left. Second timeout taken by Detroit. Yeah, that's what you got to do right now. So it wasn't necessarily the shootout, Crafty, that we were talking about earlier from a few years ago when Goff was on the Rams and Mahomes was up and coming Mahomes. And there was that 57-54 game, whatever it was. Wasn't necessarily that, but it was still a very exciting game. And, you know, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're like 4 touchdowns for Mahomes and a rushing touchdown. You're thinking he's back. He is back hardcore. 2nd and 8. Mahomes hands it off. Pacheco, and he's going to get about 3 yards. And Dan Campbell, the line's going to take that final timeout at 3 minutes, 14 seconds. Goff giving everybody a high five. Hey, man, it's all good. We're going to be 4-2. Still leading the division. At least we don't have a tie like the Packers.
Let's go for it. That's right. We always go for 2. Applebee's 2 for $25. 1 app and 2 entrees. That's even good in the neighborhood. Making the meat on your time. Classic corporate Malibu. Sorry, this is only 20 minutes ahead. But the real element, having in-lane visibility for temperature-controlled healthcare shipping. FedEx, the new Malibu.
I'm being told this is legal unit from Liberty Mutual. They'll save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his private look is the gentleman. Under the security guard.
Only paying for what you need. Liberty. This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work together?
Honey, I did it!
So far, things going one thing about home ownership is that there's a lot to learn. Good thing you can just ask Google.
I got consolation. We ain't the Jets, which isn't hard to do this season. I picked the Broncos to win. That was a scary game. And I was talking with Richard earlier on the stream about how the Packers kind of played down to their competition. The Packers played down to their competition. It seems like in most of these games so far, the Broncos are kind of doing the same thing. I mean, their biggest, I got to look at their wins, but I believe their biggest win was against the Bengals, which I'm not going to talk shit about. A win's a win, but you win 20-12 against Tennessee. Bengals, you beat 28-3. Philly, 21-17 and 13-11. I think the Broncos too are kind of like, because you had mentioned the Jets, and Mahomes gets sacked, launched. Nom, 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 nom. As it's getting down to 3 minutes left in this game, the Lions come up with a sack. So the Chiefs are probably going to go for a field goal here. But, you bring up the Jets, and it's not hard to beat the Jets at all because they are winless so far. I think the last winless team, if I'm not mistaken, is between them and the Saints. But the Broncos in that game, too, kind of played, down to the Jets. But I still picked them to win. This was one of the bets too, where my buddy was like, "Oh, what do you think about, the over on Bengals Broncos hitting?" And I was like, "Take the under, man," because again, not shitting on the Broncos by any means, but it's just, there's something about their offense is like off. There's something about it where, similar to what we were talking about, Richard, earlier, is like, why can't we keep scoring points? Why can't we be efficient with these drives, right? Like 4 touchdowns from Mahomes, 260 yards, whatever. It seemed like every single drive they were going down, they were getting points, and it's just like the Broncos seem to struggle with that. And that's not to say that they're the only team struggling with that. The Bears struggled against the Raiders. They obviously struggled with that against the Vikings, as KC puts up a field goal to make it 30-17. Talked about the Broncos, talked about the Packers as well. The Lions seem to be struggling right now, at least in this game. But there's teams that just, for some reason, can't put together really good drives in a row. It's like Bears score a touchdown and then they go 3 and out their next 2 drives, and then they get a field goal. Right. And it's just like, what the hell, man? Right. Like, why can't we score on every drive? Like the Chiefs in this game, like the Bills against the Ravens. Like, why can't we be in those shootouts? And it's frustrating. And I know Kyle probably in this game, if you guys were watching the stream with him this morning, was probably frustrated with the Broncos too, and it sucks because these teams are clearly better for the most part than their opponent, and yet somehow still play down to their opponent as if they're worse. As the Lions are going to take this kick to about the 27-yard line. But I still agree. We ain't the Jets. As long as we ain't the Jets, we're good. Daniel Berry, happy Sunday. Hey, guys. How's it going, Daniel? Thanks for stopping in on the stream. Daniel, if you're still on the stream, who do you root for? Do you have a team? Do you have an NFL team you root for or you follow? 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Lions shotgun. Motions Laporta left side. And there's going to be offsides. Goff going to get it to Laporta, who's going to get close to a first down, going to be maybe a couple inches short. Yep. And they're going to decline the penalty. Smart move. And that was Chris Jones. Two minutes, 14 seconds, 2nd and 1 after they denied or declined that penalty. Goff shotgun takes a snap, looking to pass in the pocket. And he's going to throw the ball. And the Chiefs are going to land on it. It's going to be an incomplete pass because of the pressure, and he was outside the pocket. That was another sack there. Chiefs missed out on that. Great swim move there by Chris Jones to get the pressure. 3rd and 1 here for the Lions. Need to score quick. Need to score really quick here. 4 seconds to snap. Goff in the pocket. Thrown over the middle. Incomplete. 4th and 1 now for the Lions. 2:03. Fourth and 1. Need to convert here to have a chance. Goff, shotgun, 4 wide, takes a snap. Looking, throws, incomplete to Jameson Williams on the right side. And that is the 2-minute warning. And that's the fat lady singing for the Detroit Lions. A little bit off target. Jameson Williams dove for the ball there. Jared Goff was maybe trying to lead him away from his defender, but still off target enough to where Jameson Williams really had to kind of dive for it there. Fortunately, this is going to be a loss for the Lions. They go 4-2. They're going to go 4-2. And let's take a look at the standings here too. So NFC North, Lions are going to go 4-2. The Green Bay Packers already went 3-1. Minnesota's 3-2. Detroit's going to go 4-2. Minnesota had the bye this week. And the Bears, if they can get a dub tomorrow, will go 3-2 and get into a tie with Minnesota for 3rd place in the North. God, -16 differential for the Bears. 62 for the Lions. 78 for the Colts. Jesus Christ. The Colts have the best differential. It's 78 so far. My God. 5-1. Man, the Commanders want to win tomorrow too. They go, if they win tomorrow, they go 4-2. And they'll be tied with the Eagles for the division. And might even go in first place because of their division record, which they don't have a loss. They're 1-0, and Philly is 1-1. And I don't think they've played yet. Don't believe they've played yet. Hey, hey, hey. Boop, doop, 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 boop. And then Atlanta wins tomorrow. They go 3-2. They jump Carolina for 2nd place. The Bills win. I mean, they're still atop their division. They don't want to lose, though. They want to go 5-1 and stay atop the division because the Patriots are 4-2. And there's the first kneel in the victory formation for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Andy Reid giving up his headset, saying, let's call it, boys. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here early tonight. Call it a day. Chiefs are going to get the dub. They're going to move to 3-3, go 500. Third in the division, though. Remember that. Third in the division behind the 4-2 Chargers and Broncos. So really, look, first half of this game, really exciting first half of the game. It seemed like they were kind of going to go toe-to-toe. The Chiefs went into halftime 13-10. And it just seemed like it was going to be, a more exciting game. I can't remember who said it, if it was Richard or Crafty or Hat. But one of you guys said this was going to be an exciting game. And for the most part in the first half, it was. The defense was getting stops here and there. The offense was still scoring. And then the second half came. The Chiefs scored on their opening drive, kept the Lions scoreless in the third quarter. Lions did not score again until the fourth quarter. Oh, and there's a scuffle going on. Oh, there's a fight going on right now. I don't know what happened. So 2 Chiefs, 1 Lions. They're still trying to get people away. I don't know who's fighting right now, but it seems like they've gotten a lot of these guys away from each other. It seems like it's personnel from the Chiefs and one of the Lions players. This might be bad on the Chiefs side. This might be a really bad look on the Chiefs personnel side, because it looked like there's a player for the Lions who was on the ground. I don't know who it was. I didn't get the number. And then it was a person from the Chiefs sideline in a hoodie, in their black, colorful hoodie. Oh, maybe it was Branch 32. Oh, Juju got into it with Branch. It looks like, Branch threw a slap. It seems like Juju kind of came back at Branch and started fighting him. So it wasn't the personnel. It was Juju Smith and Branch who got into a fight there. And there was a scuffle going on there for a few minutes. Wow, craziness on the handshake. But let's go back to the post-game analysis here. Again, a very exciting game in the first half. Lions defense looked like it was getting the stops when it needed. The Chiefs defense looked like it was getting stops when it needed. The third quarter happens, and it pretty much goes in the Chiefs' favor. Defense for the Lions can't get a stop. They let up 17 points in the second half, and the Chiefs' long drives took up a lot of time. Obviously came away with scores. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes, and a rushing score. So 4 total touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes. Goff had 2 touchdown passes to Jameson Williams and Laporta. And the offense was definitely there in the first half again, but the second half, it was all Chiefs. It was the defense. The Lions defense couldn't get a stop to really get them back into this game. And the Chiefs took advantage of that. They were able to get a touchdown. They were able to get a field goal. And when they needed to, they came up big against the Lions, just like their last Lions drive on that 4th and 1, able to keep their secondary covering all the receivers on the Lions side. So Chiefs come up with a big win. And again, they go up to 3-3, so they get to 500 after starting off the season really, really badly. They get to 500. They are in third place in the division, but their schedule looks favorable. They're getting Rashee Rice next week against the Raiders. That's going to boost their division record up. They're 0-1 currently against the Chargers, I believe it was, that they lost to. So they're getting Rashee Rice. This offense looks better for the Chiefs. It might be another Mahomes Chief Magic type of season coming up here. It seems like all the stars are aligning at the right time for the Chiefs. So look for the Chiefs to go into their bye week with, a winning record. Looking at their schedule earlier, we were talking about that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Now, can it not happen? Sure. But with the way this offense is rolling now, they scored 30 points against the Lions. It seems like it's going to be going their way moving forward, especially when they get Rashee Rice back. And Pacheco's starting to run the ball a little bit better. Maybe that has to do with Kareem Hunt kind of getting all those carries and really being like, hey, look, this is what a running back looks like, right? So Chiefs right now on the up and up. Get Rashee Rice back next week against the Raiders, and we'll see what happens. The Lions right now, they're going to go to 4-2, which, again, their first loss came against the Packers in week 1, where a lot of people were saying, hey, they don't look very good. They don't look like the Lions of last year. And to their credit, they have completely quelled all that criticism. They went on a 4-game win streak. Obviously, they met a very, very inspired Chiefs team tonight, and they're going to lose this one. But, you got to look at the defense here, because the defense for the Lions really did not do them any favors in this game. When you needed a stop, they could not come up with a stop. I don't believe there was any turnovers that they got back. The special teams on that punt was really bad for the Lions too. So special teams and defense really wasn't there. Amon-Ra dropped a big 4th down pass that I'm sure he wants back. And it sucks. There was mistakes all over the field there for the Lions, but not something that they can't come back from whatsoever. Right now, they're leading the division. It's probably going to be by a game now with their 4-2 record. So this isn't anything. Actually, they might be second because Green Bay got the win tonight too. Oh, no, the tie. Never mind. But this isn't anything that they can't come back from. So, Lions fans, I don't think you guys should be worrying about, this game. If you are, you really shouldn't. There was mistakes, and that's what's going to happen against, a very well-coached team like the Chiefs. But let's not forget, the Lions are also a very well-coached team, and it seems like with both of their coordinators, they haven't missed a step since last year. Losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, right now, it doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to be a big difference in the negative, right? Again, you just go up against a better team than the Chiefs right now. They're playing a little bit better than you, and their defense was able to get stops when they needed. So the defense is going to need a little bit more work, but Kelvin Shepherd is still doing a really good job as their defensive coordinator. So the Chiefs still looking up, but tough loss. You lose by 13. And it's a tough look. But regardless, they're still going to be coming out. They're leading the division right now. They're going to be in talks for winning the division and the playoffs. So there's really nothing crazy to be worried about here for Lions fans. So that was Sunday Night Football. Love you guys. Long live Bill. For Bill, everybody. We're doing this for Bill right up there. Bill, we miss you. We love you. Always will. And we're always going to show you our love on this channel. Thank you guys to everybody who was here. We had Jinja, Daniel Berry, Hat, Crafty, Richard. Richard gave us that $10 super chat. I did some chugs just for Richard. And again, congratulate Richard on his promotion. Everybody congratulate Richard, whether it's on this stream or the next stream. Congratulate him, because that's huge. That is huge for anybody. To get a promotion, more money. Like he said, he's going to be able to take a trip now, get out of the U.S., get some well-needed R&R too. So congrats to Richard. And thank you again, Richard, for that $10 super chat. We appreciate everything you give us. And of course, Ginger with that only football membership to Tyler Fink, who is again a part of the Only Football fam. Thank you guys again, everybody who was here, everybody on X that we had, and here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button on this stream before you get out of here. Hit that share button, subscribe, become a member, only $2.99 a month. We're starting to do more polls. We're going to be doing some more stuff for our members, whether it's betting videos, fantasy advice videos. We're going to be doing some more stuff here coming soon this season. I know it's been kind of dead for the memberships, but not only do we appreciate you guys sticking through it and continuously giving us that $2.99 a month, but we're going to repay you with some more videos, some more content from us because you guys deserve it, because you guys have supported us for so very long that you guys deserve it. So again, thank you guys again so much. Hit that subscribe button, become a member, follow us on X at Only Football and at NFL with Kyle. We would really appreciate it. Thank you guys again so much for being here. Again, always a good time, guys. Always a good time. Long live Bill.